สวัสดีค่ะนุ้ยนะคะวันนี้ก็จะมาทำซับไตเติลนะคะซับไทยเนาะคุณหมอชอนโอมารานะคะก็เชี่ยวชาญเกี่ยวกับเรื่องไขมันในช่องท้องนะคะ visceral fat แล้วก็คุณหมอก็พูดเกี่ยวกับการเข้าห้องน้ำนะคะเข้าห้องน้ำเนี่ยสำคัญมากการที่เรากินผักกินอย่างอื่นนอกจากเนื้อเนี่ยจะทำให้ร่างกายเราทำงานหนักนะคะแล้วก็เข้าห้องน้ำก็หลายครั้งต่อวันซึ่งคุณหมอก็กินเนื้อนะคะตอนนี้คุณหมอกินเนื้อตั้งแต่ดูแลสุขภาพมาก็สุขภาพดีขึ้นแล้วก็เข้าห้องน้ำวันละครั้งนะคะอันนี้คุณหมอก็จะมาอธิบายเกี่ยวกับปกติแล้วสัตว์ทั่วไปเนี่ยเขาจะเข้าห้องน้ำโดยที่ไม่เช็ดก้นเลยซึ่งมนุษย์ก็เหมือนเป็นสัตว์ทั่วไปเหมือนกันซึ่งถ้ากินอย่างถูกต้องเนี่ยไม่จำเป็นจะต้องเช็ดก้นนะคะคือนุ้ยก็สังเกตดูเหมือนกันมันสะอาดเช็ดใบเช็ดเหมือนกับว่าเช็ดก้นกระดาษชิ้นเดียวจบนี่คือการออกจากเมทริกซ์นะคะเราไม่ต้องสิ้นเปลืองแล้วก็เข้าห้องน้ำก็ครั้งเดียวนะคะไม่พร่ำเพรื่อแล้วก็สบายแล้วก็ร่างกายก็ย่อยอาหารแบบย่อยทุกอย่างเลยแบบเหลือนิดเดียวว่างั้นเถอะคือถ้ากินผักอะไรเงี้ยมันร่างกายไม่ได้ย่อยนะคะไม่ได้เอาอาหารไปเลยคือถ้าเราเคี้ยวไม่นานพอเนี่ยร่างกายก็จะได้เท่านั้นนะคะเคี้ยวเพราะว่าน้ำย่อยไม่ใช่น้ำย่อยของพืชผักน้ำย่อยในลำไส้เราย่อยอาหารเนื้อนะคะอันนี้ก็คือแบบคุณหมอก็อธิบายนะคะโอเคค่ะจะทำซับไตเติลนะคะ
Hey everybody, Dr. Sean. So I'm a health and performance optimizing physician from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I do educational videos to both encourage and educate people how to biologically optimize to become as healthy as possible. You can't just become healthy. Why stop with health? Nothing else influences the quality of your life as much as optimizing your health, the level of health that you obtain. So why do you just settle for a little bit? It's sort of like saying
คุณหมอก็ไม่ได้สอนให้คนแค่มีสุขภาพดีต้องมีคุณภาพชีวิตด้วยค่ะอันนี้
well, I'm just going to work for minimum wage, or I'm only going to work to be able to afford a bicycle. Of course not. And if those things are important to you, your health is way more important. So you think about all the time you are chasing everything else instead of chasing your health. Your priorities are misplaced. So today's video, I'm going to be getting into an important thing that you should be following, okay? Everybody else is telling you to follow cholesterol. I tell you how to follow what really matters, how you look
คอเลสเตอรอลก็คือการที่เขาโกหกเรานะคะ
and how you perform. And perhaps a combination of both of those are best seen in something called human feces, okay? Because that both is how you appear, appearance of something, and how well you do something, defecate. So, kind of, this video will be discussing literally how healthy you are based on your stool. And doctors don't talk about that. They should. Instead, they talk about what they're trained about, which is to make money, cholesterol. But we're going to be talking about feces and we're going to be talking about constipation. So if you are constipated or you do not yet have optimized defecation, and believe me, most of you don't. And let me just cut to the chase. How should a bowel movement be? Well, before I go into how it looks, let me tell you how it should feel. Almost like an orgasm. Yeah, unless you've got that kind of a sensation, you have not got there. Okay, so as I have gotten more and more healthy, I've observed things, and as I educated other people and got them to become more healthy, they shared with me too. So we're going to be talking about. So let's talk about stool. You can Google this. It's called the Bristol stool chart. So don't take my word for it. It's been around for a long time, and I remember studying in medical school, but that's about it. We hardly ever talk about it anymore. And gastroenterologists should be talking about it, but I rarely think they get into it because I don't think they can manipulate this very well any better than the rest of them because they're MDs, they're trained in a system that chases money instead of chasing how to make you better. Okay, so hang with me throughout this video and we're going to teach you how to become awesome at defecating, how to become awesome at being healthy. Okay, so type 1 is stool looks like this, little raisin droppings type tool. 2 is these hard nodule type stool, kind of like corn on the cob kind of a look. Type 3 is cracked and somewhat knobby on the outside. Type 4 is what you want. Okay, that is your standard. Okay, so let me see if I can blow that up here to bring it into closer look. All right, so what is going on with type 4? Okay, it's super smooth, okay? And I have one client who described it as he finally is now having big, beautiful bowel movements. And they really should be like that. They should be big and they should be beautiful. And beautiful looks like this, okay? So smooth, uniform, smooth all the way around, uniform kind of dimension all the way around. And two key characteristics on the two ends, it should be very tapered, okay? Do you see those points? Should be pointing. Why? Why should be pointing? Because it reflects your level of health and your performance of the system, how well you are at defecating, okay? And what you're doing when you defecate to an optimal level is you are utilizing your gastrointestinal tract all the way from your mouth all the way to your anus correctly. And the last functional point, the last touch of that stool is really your anus, and specifically the pubo-rectalis muscle. Okay, so let's go back to when you were a little kid, if you toilet trained any of your kids, you've seen this, but when you're a little kid, when you don't want to have remembrance of when you're being toilet trained because it's usually around when you're 2 or so, and you don't remember it, but I'll just fill in the blanks for you what happened. You'd wipe, and there wouldn't be anything in toilet paper. You'd wipe, and nothing in toilet paper. Do you remember if you're an adult and you had kids? I do, and I was toilet training them. I'm an MD, gone to medical school, very smart guy. Yeah, take drugs, I teach how to be real healthy. Take drugs, prescriptions, don't listen to anything else. When I was that guy, I was helping my kids. Daddy says to wipe down, they'd wipe, and there would be in the toilet paper. I'd be like, oh, well, who cares? Yeah, who cares? You should care. You should go to the bathroom and not have anything when you wipe. You shouldn't have to wipe. All the species in the world, natural world, are way healthier than we are. They don't wipe, not because they don't have access to toilet paper. They don't need it. Check out your dogs. Watch animals in the wild. They don't have, there are occasions when that happens, but for the most part, they do not have residual stool. Why? Why? Let's ask it the question, okay? Why? All right, we're going to get into that. So let's just do a model, okay? We're going to create the rectal vault. Okay, the rectal vault is inside here. This is the anus, okay? That is the outside of your anus. This is the vault inside, okay? So when you have a bowel movement, what is happening is that anus is opening up and unfolding, sort of like an envelope. And right here, it starts to part open. There comes a little tiny bit of stool forming that little taper. And it gets a little bit wider and it stays right there. It's get pushing out, perfect smooth tube. And then it starts closing with that little taper and pointy end, and it closes like this. And when it's finally done, there's no stool on the outside. That is a perfectly functional pubic rectalis muscle. Okay, so if you are living optimally healthy, you're biologically optimizing, you should have a bowel movement where you do not have anything on the outside of your body if you were to wipe, okay? And that happens through biological optimization. So when I was largely vegetarian, or I wouldn't say vegan because I was eating one serving of meat a week. Okay, 1 out of 21 would be meat, 20 were vegetables. And I had cow patty defecation. I told myself I'm healthy because I'm minimizing meat, eating low fat, stuff like that. I was not healthy. I had cow patty stool. And if you're having cow patty stool, you're not healthy either because your pubic rectalis muscle is not working functionally appropriately. Your gastrointestinal tract is not working appropriately. So you want to have that type of stool. Okay. So what do you got to do to get there? Okay. So I've shared that with you. You want to have this type of forced stool and you don't want to have those other ones. So what do you got to do to get there? All right. Well, I have shared this before. These are my strategies. Okay. I give them away free. Take a screenshot, move it out of the way, screenshot that or screenshot it. I get some people like it both ways. Take a screenshot or screenshot it, whatever you want to call it, and have that. Okay. Follow my strategies. These are all real easy. This is where it gets tough, how to optimize. So I just do a quick commercial for Dr. Sean. You can either self-study on your own, pull the studies and go through it all by yourself and figure it out, or find experts in that area, or you come work with me. Consider working with me. I will teach you how to optimize. Today's video, I'm going to explore how to optimize your bowel movements and to overcome constipation. So when you defecate correctly. All right, so we're going to get into that. This video is going to be a lot on constipation, okay, how to optimize. All right, so here's my saying right there. Dump like a champion, pee like a hero, okay? That's something I came up. Dump like a champion, pee like a hero. How healthy you are should be defining how your biological functions go. So how well you defecate, how well you pee. Last night's video I talked about you should have if you're a male, you should have a very strong stream of urine, pee over a car. I have less familiarity how it works with females, but you should have a good, strong ability to empty your bladder too. So the health and performance and tonicity of your bladder and all of your anatomy goes in how well you pee and how well you defecate. All right, so we're going to be getting into how to dump like a champion. Okay, so we'll be so you can another phrase that came up: better living through better eliminating. Okay, so if you can eliminate better, you're living better. Okay, so that's my whole goal, is to optimize you. You can't load until you unload. Okay, that one I actually learned in college.